To start off with, my name is Yasmin Nicholas, and I'm an artist, poet, and filmmaker. Uh, For this Friday, I've created an art and poetry workshop for the people today, which will centre around PCOS and chronic illness, and it's called Release. When PCOS is spoken about a lot of the time, the mind is often left out of the conversation. I wanted to get the opinions and answers of a medical professional about how we can better understand what a condition like PCOS can affect, um, how it can affect the brain, but also how we as women can get a better perspective of therapy as well. So, if anything, um, Audrey, it's wonderful to speak to you today. Would you be able to introduce yourself?
Hi, thanks for this opportunity, Yasmin. It's a crucial topic, often misunderstood. I'm Audrey Mitchell, originally from Zimbabwe. I came into the health profession after noticing I needed to make a change.
Hey. So, to start off with a set of questions I was going to ask you, number one being, what is your understanding of the condition of PCOS?
My understanding of PCOS is the reproduction system, but obviously it comes with a lot of things. Like as a teenager, you get so stressed, confused, your body, your hormones all over the place. There's an added pressure on a person, which is very stressful, which can come out in many forms. Stress, it's got so many presentations. You could present as mentally unwell because you over, you know, conscious bias is quite strong.
Okay. Um, with that being said, why is PCOS still something that's hard for doctors and medical professionals to still understand?
You know, medical professionals work with the science, and mental health is a science of the art. So understanding the person in front of you is the best way. You cannot, I mean, textbooks are good, but at the same time, if someone's telling you something, then the time scale you've got to see people is another pressure. So it's a whole catalog of things. But I think as the individual, I learned the hard way. You have to know your body and you have to prioritize the information you're giving to that medical profession in a timely manner so that it's really understood exactly what you're doing in the room. What you're doing at the GP surgery. Why are you here today? You have to be specific.
So, have you encountered any psychological disorders associated with PCOS whilst dealing with a patient?
As I said to you, when I'm working with people, I'm a mental health professional. I'm a registered mental health nurse. So, firstly, I am conscious about physical health, but initially we work with the patient, what they're willing to, you know, how we can help them get back into the community. That is our priority. Linking up partnerships with the services that we have, primary care, secondary care, giving a good handover, getting a good history so that we can understand what is the underlying factors behind this presentation.
Yeah. Um, do you often see a higher percentage of ethnic minority groups with depression or any other psychological disorder?
Yes, I do. Yes, definitely. As with experience, I've realized that, as I said to you, we have our medications that we do give, which also can cause hormonal imbalances and thyroid imbalances, or physical health can mimic a mental health presentation. So, doing the bloods or physiology of the patient goes hand in hand with the care we provide in mental health, and it's underestimated that mental health professionals might not realize that, but it's clear we deliver a person centered care looking at the whole person and the lifestyle they live, trying to advise. So you're looking at the whole picture to have a positive recovery and have a good relapse prevention strategy for the person to thrive in the community with their families and loved ones.
Yes. Another question. Do you think ethnicity affects healthcare?
As I said, it's the environment we come into, or our culture, lived experiences, all come into one. So it's what makes us. It matters. What our genealogy is matters. How we present ourselves matters. Like I said, so knowing your agenda, staying focused matters. So if you want to ask your question again, if I haven't answered you, but from what you just said, that would be my answer. I haven't got a specific. I could get personal about, my personal approach is when I'm passionate, I feel I say too much and I miss the point. And then I'm saying, I went to that GP. I don't know if you understood me, but I was trying to make my point why I'm here today, whether he's got time for me or not. I believe I'm calling a yellow card at this point because of, and he's asking me, but why? And I'm saying because it looks, I don't say you're not listening, but obviously I've got symptoms. I've already sort of not self-diagnosed, but I'm trying to give you the key markers so you can make your own conclusion as a medical professional. But then, it takes time for you to work it out with your GP. So both parties need the patience and understanding.
From that, what are the psychological treatments that could help with PCOS?
Coming from my background, a good support network, first of all, would be good. Forming a partnership or friendships or networks of people in similar situations with lived experience. That is one. Because you can only find the answer yourself for yourself, knowing what you're going through. And once you understand yourself, you can also seek psychological interventions like CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, trying to find strategy to reframe your thoughts. And also there's a trauma-informed approach. So it's all your psyche that makes you who you are. If you can resolve that, then you probably, hopefully, will see things more clearly and, less panicked or stressed about. Because stress comes in many forms, can cause physiology, physical issues in a person that mimic, because of what one little problem becomes a big problem because you are catastrophizing it.
Yeah, I can second you on that one just because even like with not only myself but other people that I know who do suffer from PCOS, they have had like elevated stress levels in which it's kind of come out in different ways. If it's something to do with maybe, with their blood pressure sometimes it could just be like physical stuff that has happened, like even with hair loss as well. It's been more because they've basically been stressing out as well.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a massive
And
contributor.
internalizing things is dangerous because once you keep something in, it just manifests. So talking works. Having a cup of tea with a friend works. Stepping out of your house helps. Just that little break in that cycle of thought helps.
So with that, on that note, last question: what advice would you suggest for the women who are with us today, and within the world, who are struggling with PCOS or any other like chronic illness, reproductive illness, that are still not understood enough?
I grew up in Africa and we learned from our elders. Information was passed down. So we need to reconnect with our families. That's one. Because something that happened in a generation before you might help you. Because that's personal. Then also sharing stories with others who might be isolated will help them. So if you understand yourself and your psyche, your genealogy, where you're from, what has happened in the health family tree. We all have a family tree, but we don't know the individuals behind that family tree in their health significance. So once we understand that, it will aid us be individuals who are more positive in presentation and help others. And when you form networks, wherever you are, starting up the conversations and seeing where it flows rather than having your own agenda of need. I need an answer. I want help. That's where you bring, I don't say everyone brings upon negativity, but obviously being an open book, I believe in being an open book. And I feel like I win the lottery each time I tell my story.
Perfect. Actually, that's a brilliant answer. Okay, so that wraps it up for my several questions for release. Thank you for speaking with me. And on that note, that's the end of our interview.
Thank you very much. I look forward to meeting with you on Friday between 4 to 6 on the home pop-up health agenda where Black Lives Matter, our health matters. See you then, Yasmin.
Thank you.